Morning YouTube! The video all been waiting for. I am going to try out the tobacco Benjamin Mitchell sent me. It's a 1974, possibly earlier, House of Edgeworth VIP. So I've not tried it yet, so I figure you guys can come along on this little journey with me. What I'm going to try it in is my little restored honeydew pipe. And I guess here we go. I mean, I'm really going to put this disclaimer on it. I am a terrible tobacco reviewer. My palate is pretty bad. I don't have a good palate, so I guess take all this with a grain of salt. I know NumDTube did a review of it, so if you want a better review of this tobacco or how it is, make sure you check out his channel, because I don't think mine's going to be that great. Because I don't pick up all the flavorings that everybody always talks about when they do these excuse me, when they do these reviews on tobaccos. Like I said, my palate's god awful. So here's the baggie. I did give it a good sniff before, and even when I opened up the envelope, you could smell it, and to me it was pretty pungent. And I don't know if it's just one of those flavors that sticks out for me. Doesn't smell bad, but to me it has a very recognizable smell. But I don't mean tobacco wise. There's something in there, like, you ever smell something and it's just, a memory just, but it's kind of like I remember this smell, but I don't remember from where, and it's not like necessarily connected with the tobacco itself or the smells of the tobaccos. There's just something in there that the smell sticks out, and it kind of almost like it's trying to trigger a memory, but I don't know of what. But it's not like a smell, I would say. Well, I mean, obviously it smells like tobacco, but not, to me it's not the smell. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, yes, it smells like tobacco, but there's something in there that reminds me of something, but I cannot remember what it reminds me of. If that makes any sense? Crack the window a little bit in the van. So, hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine was pretty good. When you guys watched Game of Thrones, it's a pretty awesome episode last night. Probably all you guys don't watch it that subscribe to my channel. So, alright, I think we're good to go. Well, let's see what happens. Let's crack the window a little more. Alright. This pipe isn't very big. It's a very, very small pipe. Like I said, if you measure it onto your fingers, it's about 2 fingers wide. But I kind of like it. It's great for a little quick smoke, and so it's kind of just a fun little pipe. I'm not a huge person on having like the big pipes, because a lot of times I don't get to sit down and enjoy a 45-minute, 1-hour smoke. And to be honest, I kind of get bored after a while with it. Maybe that's sacrilegious. Some of you guys enjoy just sitting for an hour or plus with these just gigantic coffee can size pipes. Well, on occasion I do enjoy it. It's interesting. Not in a bad way. It definitely, like, a lot of this is just, well, obviously tasting itself is just kind of subjective. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get to see a lot of videos yet with it, just so I'm not influenced by other people. Oh. Sorry about that. A little bit of that pollen flying around yet. But like I was saying, so I don't get influenced by other people's thoughts. So I think that happens sometimes. People will review a tobacco, and it almost puts that thought, already in someone's head. Kind of like when you watch those ghost shows and like, oh, we heard voices. and they play it, and you're like, I don't hear no voice in that static. But then they'll say, like, it's saying, come over here, or I'm around the corner. And those Ghost Hunter shows, which are silly. And then once they put the subtitling of what they think they want it to say, well, then you can hear it. And I think that comes along with the tobacco too. You get enough reviews of everybody saying, it's like this. And I think it kind of puts the idea in people's heads that it's, you know what I mean? Maybe it makes no sense. It's interesting. What I mean that is, through the Charlight, the initial Charlight, and then the Relight really had very different flavor. Then when you finally get it going, I almost want to say it kind of mellows itself out after the initial Charlight, and then you tap it and light it again. Burns well. See, I'm not exactly good at picking out particular flavors. Really, my reviews or how I look at tobacco is I try it. If I like it, I smoke it. If I don't, it just lays around in a package for a while. I have no friends where I live that smoke pipes, so I have no way to give it away for other people to try when I don't like a tobacco. I would say it's not bad. I don't find it to be bitey. Even really getting on it, it doesn't bite me. I could tell if I kept going at that pace, it would probably start to get a little bitey, but I think you can make that argument for quite a bit of tobaccos. It does seem to leave a little bit of a interesting flavor in my mouth. I don't hate it. I don't think I really am in love with it, but it's really cool to try. I mean, I'm definitely going to smoke up the rest of the bag. I'm kind of curious how it'll change as it kind of goes through the bowl. It does remind me of another tobacco I did have at one time, though, too. And right now I can't really place it. Just the way its smoking characteristics. It's similar, but not the same. And I want to say it was one of the Yuli blends I had gotten at one time. In terms of how it smokes, and burns and stuff. It reminds me a little bit of that, and I don't remember what blend it was. I don't remember if it was that blend 300 or 303 or whatever. It was one of their blends. They very similar, but different. I enjoy this more than I enjoy that blend. I guess for me, where it really comes into its own is when you really just kind of start smoking it a little more. That first initial light, it's not bad. To me, it was a little bit of, how you doing? And it just kind of mellowed out. Like I said, I'm terrible at tobacco reviews, guys. I'm sorry. And you're sitting through 8 minutes of this stuff. Holy crap. And I just can't exactly pick out the flavoring on it. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to finish this and enjoy it some more. Big thanks to Benjamin Mitchell for sending me a sample of it. Sorry I couldn't do a better job of reviewing it for you guys. Or really telling you that much about it. Like I said, NomDaTube did a great video of him smoking it. And he has a more sophisticated palate than I do. Now I get into it more. Like I said, I can't pick out flavors like a lot of guys, but I can compare them to other tobaccos. So I guess you could look at those tobaccos and maybe, I guess I could and figure out what I am picking out in there. But it does definitely change a little bit as you get into it, and it's actually quite enjoyable. I'm not sure if that just means I have bad taste or not. Maybe I just like bad tobaccos. I don't know. But yeah, definitely changes why you get into it. Does hit the tongue a little bit more weird when you get into it, but still not bad. Sorry guys, that's the best I can do. So all in all, it's not a bad little blend. I don't know if I would, if it was still available. I don't, as far as like if I can go get the 74 stuff, I don't know if I'd go purchase it or not, but I wouldn't have a problem smoking it. I've had way worse blends than this. I guess I'll sum it up. To me, it's kind of a little interesting interesting tobacco, the way it changes a little bit. I suppose you can get some of that earthy, woodsy taste out of it. But again, big thanks to Benjamin Mitchell for letting me try some of that. That was awesome. You really didn't have to do that, but many thanks. So there is my little review, or whatever you want to call it, of me smoking some vintage tobacco. But like I said, for real, I'm going to go this time. I'm going to enjoy a little bit more time off this morning before I have to go start stripping and waxing some floors, which, if you guys ever did that, man, that's some dirty work. So, a little calm before the storm. Alright, you guys, be good to each other. Have a good Monday.